Hi, my name is John Sherburne. This is my 2001 Honda S2000. Hi, my name's John. I got into cars as a young age. I always loved vehicles, always loved working with mechanics. The best part about my passion for the automotive industry is just the thrill of being able to create what you want and being able to dream up something, conjure it, and bring it to life. And not only doing that for myself, but doing it for customers that want the same thing. They want that power, they want that sound, they want the smells of the tires burning and the smell of the engine burning, the gasoline or the ethanol. They just thrive off that, and seeing smiles on people's faces and reactions and comments, it's all worth it. And that's why I got into it at a young age, but then also brought it to what we are today. Yeah, so this is Doricado Motorsports. We were established in 2019 here in Mankato, Minnesota. And we started off into a smaller facility, about 3,000 square feet. And we just recently in 2020 moved here in November to the 6,000 square foot facility, and are working on all sorts of vehicles from Japanese imports to some European and also some American muscle cars. Yeah, so with Doricado Motorsports, the plan is to just keep growing, and the first step was going to a bigger shop, and we've already achieved that. Next up is getting some more equipment here that makes our efficiency on making our products, making our customization for each vehicle quicker, cleaner, and overall just making people happier. So probably end up adding maybe a couple more employees here in the next couple years. We're already kind of feeling like we're already outgrowing this spot, so maybe in the next couple years I'll move to another spot, and just keep getting more equipment, more cars in here, and just go from there. I always liked Hondas. I first got into Honda Civics, and I loved the B series and the K series, and that was back in 2003 when I started with Hondas. And I had many Civics throughout the year, but the passion of the Honda S2000 really came from just seeing the Fast and the Furious movie.
Too soon, Junior.
That was probably the pinnacle for me. It was like, I love that car. It's a rear-wheel drive Honda with lots of power. It revs really high. The sweet interior, the styling of the car, it just really set it apart from a lot of the other roadsters that were out there, from like the 350Z to the Z3 roadster from BMW, the Miata. It just pushed the bar when it came to a two-door, roadster. And I just really loved the engineering aspect of it, and that's what drew me to that vehicle. A long time ago, I was about 10 years ago. I've had the vehicle for almost over 10 years now, and I was scrolling through Craigslist, looking through all the different F2000s, where to go, and I actually found this car in Maple Grove, and there was a guy named Vincent up there that had it for sale, and he actually had a couple different S2000s, and this one was the one I wanted. I wanted a white one. It just looked the best, and I bought it with 50,000 miles on it, and it had a Vortex supercharger already on it and some other goodies, and that was fun for a while. The supercharger ended up dying. It ate a bearing and then crushed the impeller wheel, so then for a while it was just naturally aspirated. But with me, I can't leave things alone, so I need more power. The stock 214 horsepower that I made at the wheels just couldn't cut it, so I had to throw a turbocharger on it. And from there, it's just been evolving since then. Back in college, I went to MSU here in Mankato, and I took the crankshaft out of this motor, out of the F20C, and stuck it into a jet lathe, and I knife edged all the counterweights. So I was able to achieve taking about 4 pounds of rotating assembly weight off the stock crankshaft. Still has a stock rod, still has the stock pistons in it, stock bearings. It's got a stock head gasket, ARP head studs. It's got Science of Speed springs and retainers in it. And then at the same time, I made my own VTEC locker set. And so what I did is I machined my own aluminum spacers that went inside the rocker arms, and that allowed it to now run only on the high lift profile on the camshaft. So, and then from there it's got a water to air intercooler. It's got 2150cc injectors on it. It's got a Deechworks 301 pump in the back. Still running the stock tranny, still running the stock rear end. It's got a competition stage 5 clutch in it with a lightweight flywheel. I was able to utilize the water to air intercooler from the Vortex supercharger, and so that was keeping the intake air temps down, which was nice. And then it's got all the supporting mods to go with it: tile blow-off valve, tile wastegate. It's got a full-blown log manifold on there, and then everything else I did all the intercooler piping, the downpipe, the exhaust, all that stuff. So the wheels are Wed Crans ERMs. They're 18 by 10 in the front and 18 by 11 in the rear, and they run a 225, 40, 18 all the way around. They are stretched severely, but so they can clear all the fenders, because most S2000s or with stock fenders run a pretty high offset. So these are pretty low offset, but that was we were able to achieve that particular wheel setup on there. And it's got an airlift performance bags and air management on it. I'll probably keep it the way it is. When we had it at the school's dyno, it made 598 on 30 pounds of boost. It's plenty for what it is right now. I kinda, if in the future want to increase that, I might just end up LS swapping the car instead. But we have another S2000 here at the moment that we are LS swapping, so that might just take that bug away from this car, and we'll just leave this car the way it is, because it's pretty pure, it's pretty nice. I mean, the fact that it's got a stock bottom end that has probably 170, 180,000 miles on it, and still be able to put that much power down reliably. And I've had it like this setup for 4 years now. I'm John. Thank you for looking at my S2000.